Nod your heads like they're hitting the wall. 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 You might see me walking around with a slight limp. It's not a G thing, bruv, I've done my ankle in. A bit thrown like the dice in the eye ching. I'm not sleeping, well, my head is tangling. I need an aspirin, bruv, I need a Saturday. Cup of tea to drink, possibly a Jaffa cake. Or just an evening alone, I've had a manic day. It's been an age since I was chilled enough to master. Baby, come here, I love you, my stinky tits. You could help me with my problem, come to think of it. Rinky dink, sugar plum, twinkle clear. Didn't mean stinky tits, sorry, I've been a dick. Sorry, that was worse than dreadful. It's my stress levels, it's my work schedule. At my desk head full of words, unsettled, unearthed, I'm dizzy. I'm in effect, I'm ineffectual. Fucking never mind. Doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is you dance. Cause it's a very, very short life. Never mind. Doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is you dance. Cause it's a very, very short life. I move fast, all the flies on me are blue ass. Kid that turned pages till he got to the root bar. Hit the curbs naked with a sock on his doodah. It's a wonderful night for a moon dance. With the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance. Beneath the cover of October sky. Cherubim serenaders on a sketchily tuned heart. Venus plays a bass string strung between two stars. Jesus levitates on a fungus of blue hearts. And Sarah Palin's abducted in Utah. Pardon, I said welcome to the Terror Dome. Never give acid to a man with a megaphone. He will get frantic and then he won't let it go. Have you ever seen a rapper's head explode? Roll up when the crowd dies. I hope that they've been entertained and find me useful. Like safety information on a train, cause to be truthful, I crave just a little taste of fame, then it hit me. Ego is a waste of praise. Never mind, it doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is you dance. Cause it's a very, very short life. Never mind, it doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is you dance. Cause it's a very, very short life. Oh, never mind, it doesn't matter what you look like. All that matters is you dance. Cause it's a very, very short life. It goes, nod your heads like they're hitting the wall, come on. Nod your heads like they're hitting the wall, yeah. Nod your heads like they're hitting the wall, come on. Nod your heads like they're hitting the wall, yeah. Nod your heads like they're hitting the wall, come on. Nod your heads like they're hitting the wall, come on. Nod your heads like they're hitting the wall, come on. Nod your heads like they're hitting the wall. One. Hello. One. Thank you for coming along, humans of all shapes and sizes. Tonight is something a little bit different from the previouses. I've managed to get it working so that I can do the fast, rowdy things. So I'm going to do that. Let's pull that up. Can I see what's happening here? Can we do that? Can I see what's happening here? Here we go. Stunning. Yes, everybody. Everybody in. This is both a love and hate letter to London, which has loved and hated me. Stop it. We got this. Baba, you're a nasty pumpkin. You've a clubfoot pigeon for a mind. Your eyes are forever out hunting, and your forehead is very unkind. There's a drunk girl pissing in your back crease and a half-blind cat up in your hairline. You're in Homerton, vomiting in taxis, and you never give a lover any airtime. Bubbling like tar barrels, smothered by a mist, mothered by a crack fiend. You snuggle like a fist. You miracle of bus fumes, difficult and proud. You imbecile professor, you as stupid as a crowd. Your music to my ear hole, spinach to my gut. Such an education, you are such and such and such. I have withered in your company. I've grown to epic heights, terrifically ugly. You're the light that never dies. Your life is televised. You're terrific in an afro. I'm Mr. Bean, I'm titchy in your shadow. You sexy debutante, the devil gave you poison, but it merely made you strong. I love you like I love dirt, ecstasy and boom bap. You gold-toothed goose in a gang-coloured do-rag. Your brand new tattoo is one wonky yin-yang. And God is going ging-gang, ghoulie in your think tank. You're married to a rich man, I see you less and less. Obsessing over decimals and deathly at your desk. But I'm still a dummy for the yesness of your breasts. I have the smell of sex when I'm nestled in your neck. Let's dance a sweaty salsa, I want you like the void. I hate you every second, I'm enveloped in your noise. I fail to block my ear holes, your scream will be my death. The very end of music and the hollow that is left. Why are you so chilly, Baba? Why so unimpressed? Why the poison oatmeal? Why the hurried steps? Why the bloody hell am I a sucker for you still, when you only care for me like money in your till? Like money in your put me in a box, mark, fuck off. Sit me in a meadow full of sky. Rid me of that, I'm growing. Oh, listen, listen. It goes, put me in a box, mark, fuck off. Sit me in a meadow full of sky. Rid me of the pox, I'm growing. All sickly with the sirens through the night. The sirens. And all the sirens. Never-ending sirens. Yes. The city's nasty. The city's nasty. The city's nasty. Spirit's injured pretty badly. It's a tricky dance here, isn't time to dilly-dally. You could be pin-cushioned by the kid in khaki, or priced out of town by the hippest dick in Hackney's rich daddy. Buying on a speculative spree isn't any bench to rest your crooked feet. And there, look, nesting in the trees, many black crows. The system benefits the cheese, them that take your tax home to Hampstead. 2 mil to dig your basement, stick your spade in, and then you drown in the piss you're taking. You're execrable, robbing Peter, paying for an extra pool table or to heat your friggin' stables. Come on cable, telly talking testicles about how we're all in this together. Tough decisions, stuff the prisons with the desperate poor. Sorry, that's a run. Come, let's pack a bag and galavan. You, me, a forest and a caravan. Put me in the box, fuck off. Sit me in a meadow full of sky. Rid me of the pox I'm growing. All sickly with the sirens through the night. Stick me in a box, fuck off. Sit me in a meadow full of sky. Rid me of the pox I'm growing. All sickly with the sirens through 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 the. Oi, oi. I wanna tell you that your face looks gorgeous. I wanna tell you that your face looks gorgeous. I wanna tell you that your face looks gorgeous. I wanna tell you that your face looks gorgeous. Bunch of Zoomers, how are you doing down there? Hey Zoomers. Yes, there's several of you down there. Nice to see you. Very lush to see all the humans on the Facebook as well. I can see you. I can see you down there. Lush also to see that there's some people tuning in on the YouTube this time as well. I know some people object to the general demeanors of Facebook. Well, we've got some people on the YouTube. YouTubers. What's good? What's good, YouTubers? Hello, Charlie Laffer, Lexus Wellman. Yeah. There you go. We've got some humans on the YouTubers as well. I would like to take this moment to say, first of all, that I'm very grateful for London. I'm very grateful for the 8 years that I've spent here. And I need to turn the sound off on the laptop there. I'm very grateful for the 8 years I've spent in London. In exactly a week tomorrow, we're going to be leaving and going back to Bristol. I'm going back, and Nina going to Bristol for the first time. And London is, wow, what a place. I've learned so much by being here. I've learned a lot about myself and my boundaries. I've learned a lot about humans. I've learned how to let go of needing validation, needing people to be friendly to me. I've learned a lot, and I'm ready to go back to the West Country now. So all you West Country lovers, I can't wait to be back amongst you. And all you southeast of the country lovers who I've met over the last 20 years, Brighton and then London, thank you for everything, man. Thank you for everything. I should say that, as I forgot to say last time, I did a love stream. Imagine this as a room that we're all sitting in, and the lights are low, and we're all sitting on low seating as well. There's a lowness, but there's space to jiggle your knees and elbows as well. So we're all sitting in one big, dark room. And this is the moment, 3 songs in, when I take a hat that is made of tin and copper and bronze, and I pass the hat round the room. And that hat is the tip jar. I've put the tip jar in the description to this video, so make sure you stick a couple of quid in it if you can. Obviously, if you can't, this is open to you. Nobody's watching you. If you can't afford a couple of quid, then don't put it in, obviously. No pressure. But yeah, let's just take this moment to pass the hat round, clank a couple of quid in there. It's super easy. You just need to press a button. Or, of course, you could join up to the Dizraeli Patreon, which is where it's actually at. And we've got the Zoomers down here from the famous Zoomers gang. I swear there's someone in Paw Patrol called Zoomer, isn't there? Anyway, we've got the Zoomers down here who are in the current party and will be in the after party as well. Polly Pring says, the West Country will be a better place with you, and Nina back here. Yeah, well, thanks, lover. I feel welcomed already. So let's put these back on. And another definite, I've got lots of reverb on my voice. Another definite thing you could do that would be beautiful right now, if you've done the tip part, you stuck your couple of quid in the tip jar, what you could do now is just press share on this video. Press share on the video. Let's try and spread this one. Let's make this the most attended moment yet in the love streams. Yes, people. Oh, hello, Ian Diamond. Thanks for coming back, mate. Oh, I want to tell you that your face looks gorgeous. I want to tell you that your face looks gorgeous. I want to tell you that your face looks gorgeous. I want to tell you that your face looks gorgeous. Oh, your face looks, but I can't because the sucker has hold of my arms, and I want to tell you that your face looks gorgeous. Woo. I want to tell you that your face looks gorgeous. Woo. I want to tell you that your face looks gorgeous. Woo. I want to tell you that your face looks gorgeous, but I can't because the fella has hold of my arms and my mouth is crammed full of sweaty old bras. What a laugh, man, your face looks gorgeous. Oi, lover boy, your face looks gorgeous. Oh, lover boy, your face looks gorgeous. But I can't. It's going out to all the people who are still closeted with their sexuality, all of the people that hate themselves so much because of what society has surrounded them with, whether that's to do with sexuality or whatever. their state of birth might be, their class, the color of their skin, society telling you that you're worth less than the person next to you. You are stunning. Sharon wears a yellow fleece and hiking boots and a Virgin Media t-shirt that is sagging and stained. And like she always does, she begins telling me about her long life of successes and accolades and how she's a gospel singer. And this morning, the label called her with a check for £28,000. Sharon, you who were the most beautiful woman on campus, you who passed the exam with flying colours, you who painted such a beautiful portrait of your grandmother that they put it in a museum. And Sharon, I don't believe a word, because the trolley that you pull is full of madness, just like mine. Shit! There's a madness in the world today, a billion fragments in a tidal wave. The wave crashes up the old green lanes, and everybody's eyes bar me. Must hurry, there's a frantic rush up in the cafes and the cancer bus. In 7 minutes we turn back to dust, and everybody's eyes bar me. Eyes bar me and our backs are sprained. Muscles spasming in nasty ways. Faces glisten like they're cast in clay. Oh, look at everybody's eyes. Whoa, whoa. It's madness. Whoa. None of these signifiers answers us. Professor Sanagay and Captain Crush, Lady Ladbrokes and the Abacars. Everybody's eyes bar me, and it's a crash, it's an emergency. Paints a long and livid purple scream all up the turnpike to Bounders Green. Everybody's eyes bar me. A machine collapses in the hospital. A stack of polystyrene boxes falls, and out the panic room a monster crawls. Everybody's eyes are sick, so stop your scribbling and stay your pen. They're putting needles in the rain again. A planet governed by insane young men, and everybody's eyes are bar me. Woo! It's madness. Woo! Listen, it's much too much is too much is 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 much too much is I love my city and my city loves me. Oh, Katrina, although my heart is in the West Country. Oh, my joy. They play reggae in the rain round here. Oh, Katrina, even though it's been a sick old year. Oh, my joy. I greet my neighbor in a small town way. Ah, Katrina, although the daily devil calls our names. Ah, my joy. Listen, 11, it was all on fire. Ah, Katrina, black ladders for the old empire. Ah, my joy. Listen, for all the tenants of a bad landlord. Ah, Katrina, in cramped lodgings that you can't afford. Oh, my joy. The son crying where his hero fell. Ah, Katrina, the mum shackled to a man-sized hell. Ah, my joy, listen, billions to build a gilded bridge. Ah, Katrina, but no music for the builder's kids. Ah, my joy, from the Salisbury to United Lodge. Ah, Katrina, from young offenders to my own small gods. Ah, my joy, although my soul is in the West Country. Ah, Katrina, I love my city and my city loves me. Ah, my joy. Where's this? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. If you haven't shared yet, you haven't clicked shared yet on the video, this is your moment. This is your moment to share the video. Everybody, on the count of 4, go to the share button to the bottom right of the video description and click share. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clickety. Yes. Hello. I'm doing loads of lyrics that I haven't done for years tonight, so I'm putting them up in front of me. Yeah. Raggedy android back on the bill, fresh born from a crack in the hill, still striving. I wear my body like a tangerine pill, so don't wave your flag at me, chill. I'm near Skyborn, rather Rambo than Rambo. I'm on a ramble, ram skull up in my satchel. I pull up in a banger real casual, pull up my Macintosh, last strip of asphalt. Before the Blackmores, killer dog boglins. Cash rules, nothing round here, this is Bodmin. So I'm done ticking boxes, sick of jogging treadmills, fish abundant here, stick a rod in. Moon Koch, activate your shoebox brain. I told him, Moon Koch, activate your shoebox brain. There's a dragon in your boombox, the tune got strange. Misplaced marbles, loose plots, mate. There's a dragon in the boombox, the tune got strange. There's a, listen, I left my welly in the marsh before I saw her die. I didn't know what it was to be alive. Yeah. Before I saw her die, I didn't know what it was to be alive. Yeah. The mist's lifted, the eye narrows for the extra light. A festival of colours bless the sight garden. A garbled canister of words, and he stands among the fir trees, a panoply of urges. Mist lifted, eye narrows for the extra light. A festival of colours bless the sight garden. A garbled canister of words, and he stands among the fir trees, a panoply of urges. The kid's a nervous twitch. Rebirth's a difficult procedure. The earth's his that twiddles his receivers. A grisly creature comes along to sniff him and passes. He's no different than thunder from a distance. Truth of the world, watching his own breath off of the time train, not conscious of progress. He tightens his mind to a silvery bullet like that of a hawk owl. Casts it into the gullet of a raggedy dormouse. Rides it into the rushes with its jittery steps. Never more than a millisecond from death. Shivering flesh capsule, knows it is food for a predator's gut. Suddenly stock still, he presses his belly to mud. While that creature's thinking of off-milk looms like a ogre past him on the path. It's a human hiker, huge clumper, lump of deformity, hideous hunk of bone, skin and enormous teeth. How can an animal of that size stay upright without folding into its own axis or capsizing? It's a miracle of willpower, he thinks, fuck that, and fades into the marsh as a mist, never to come back. Before I saw her die. Bow Huntress. I didn't know what it was to be alive. Speak to me. Before I saw her die. Yes. I didn't know what it was to be alive. I would like to say, if just in case there's anyone sitting watching this on a phone with just the phone speakers on, or a laptop with just the laptop speakers on, please do plug your best speaker in, because I spent ages getting the sound nice, and it sounds beautiful. If you get your headphones in, get your Bluetooth speaker involved, and you'll hear the depth of the sounds. There's lots of detail you'll be missing if you're just listening to it through your laptop speakers. I'm a wave, my darling. Are you rise, I'm done. Ooh, love to the deeps beneath me. Ooh, love to whoever shall come. I'm a wave, my darling. Are you rise, I'm done. Ooh, love to the deeps beneath me. Ooh, love to whoever shall come. I'm a wave, my darling. Are you rise, I'm done. Ooh, love to the deeps beneath me. Ooh, love to whoever shall come. I'm a wave, yes. Ooh, love to whoever shall come. 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 There. Yeah. One. My mama's in a wheelchair now, she'll get out to run. My mama raises her eyebrow high like she raised her son. My mama carries all them bums she was born among. Oh, you don't wanna mess with my mama's not an old-time nun, though the time she comes from hard. My mama's got a quick draw tongue and a titan size of heart. She gives you hot steamed food and a soup of greens she grew. There is love in all the things she do. And I will come visit you. I will bring fruits and games. I will come anytime you call. I will come visit you. I will bring fruit and games. I will come anytime. My mama's in a wheelchair now, but she'll get out to run. My mama raises her eyebrow high like she raised her son. My mama carries all them bums as she was born among. Oh, you don't wanna mess with my song of praise and a daft old nonsense song. My mama swings a four-pool blade and the chup-chup day's undone. My mama bought the tum-tum tree with a gorgeous summer's mind. My mama's only 5'2", but she rose like 9'9". My mama's only wheelchair now, but she'll get out to run. My mama carries her eyebrow high like she raised her son. My mama carries all them bums that she was born among. Oh, you don't wanna mess with my. You will suffer. Yeah, you will suffer. Take that ladder, check that ladder, clip that ladder and climb. Take that ladder, check that ladder, clip that ladder and climb. Take that and son. Hey, mama carries all them bombs. She was born one. Ah, you don't wanna mess with my. One. Hi. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. I feel like so much more present to this moment than other moments. Big up to everybody who asked for specific songs on the internet. Hey, this could be a moment. This could be a moment to look around the low-lit room at each other, send each other a loving wink, and then pass the tip jar around. If you haven't yet had the chance to stick a couple of quid in the tip jar, stick a couple of quid in the tip jar. If you can afford it. If you can't afford it, that's totally gravy and fine. If you can, stick a couple of quid in. If you want to join in the Zoomers party, which is where it's really at, in this small, this is the VIP lounge. It's the VIP lounge down here. If you want to join the Zoomers party, then join up to the Dizraeli Patreon page as well. Big up to Ian, which is also in the description. Link in the description. Link to the tip jar in the description. Big up to Ian Diamond for asking me to do this song. I realise I don't even know the lyrics to it anymore, but I'm going to do it as a sort of a cappella number. Oh, yeah. I wish I were a sailor on the sea, with all the seabirds flying after me. The stars would alter course on my decree, if I were a sailor. Please trust me. You can't trust me. I wear a hat to bed and the inside of my head's ugly. You don't want me. You want the other me from the stage portrayal. You were chasing vapor trails. Real me rolls with a crew of one multiplied. Bedfellows with a stupid drunk poltergeist, fucking up my workspace. But he's writing all my rhymes for me. My life is borderline tawdry. Caught in my story, you don't want to be a chapter. I'm a bunch of wankers, only one of me's a rapper. Course I'm just a man to be your skinny dip companion, capable of dancing with the limited abandon. But my looks of lava as shallow as a grave is. I conjure feeling by imagining you naked. I tumble easily in passionate embraces. But once the semen's out, I'm dashing for the gate or scrabbling for pages to fit this scene. I will turn you into a 616 with a middle and an ending and a stiff-stitched scene. Isn't it amazing where a pissed kiss leaves? I wish I were a rooster on the run. I make these young hens mothers, everyone. My song would chase the shadow from the sun. If I were a rooster, if I were a rooster. The universe was a fresh place. We sucked it up as much as possible. Never dug on rock and roll much. With us it's all decks, trucks and hospitals. Drugs and drum and bass carried us, lifted off the buzz of jungle raves. Boshed chemical cudgels for the added feeling. White boys pirating the culture of the Caribbean. Can of red stripe from the Bedme Asda. The bass is the bollocks, the drop is the Viagra. Because we felt hard as fuck, boxing the air, bopping in circles, taxing cigarettes, clocking the girls. Hadn't figured yet the world is complex, disordered. All we had to do was learn the rules and we'd be sorted. None of us had died at that time. That was before Nick, before the fit, before his birthday, before Hakan, before the earthquake, before the funerals, before hindsight made them all beautiful, and gave us all stopwatch eyes like who'd have thought we'd be standing here in suits we don't suit at all. Who could have known? Still nobody cry. Instead grow fears that keep us turning over at night. Unable to keep still, but nobody cry. Grief solidifies into meaning over due time. It's funny, innit? How even good memories hurt. We had a song. Wish I could remember the words. It went, I wish I were a sailor on the sea, with all the seabirds flying after me. The stars went out to course on my decree. If I were a sailor, if I were a sailor. Yeah. Big up to Ian Diamond. Thank you, brother, for requesting that puppy. Oh, who is it that's been requesting this? Catherine Henkel. Catherine Henkel. Who are you? Where are you? What do you look like? What colour are your shoes? Not that one. Not that one. That's the puppy. I just want you to know that I'm very glad you requested this, because I never in a month of Sundays would have expected to be requested to perform this one. To me, this is like, well, look, the Unmaster, the album, The Unmaster, this is assuming, yeah, no, I am assuming that you give a shit, because you are here. The album, The Unmaster, to me was the most present I've ever felt in making a record. And it came through me in a way that I've not known before. And I think part of the reason for that is that I was doing a lot of meditating and a lot of therapy, but particularly a lot of mindfulness, meditation. And I think that I should probably be able to paraphrase some philosophers on this matter, but I think that once you start noticing the world around you, it becomes a trip, and you notice that, you know, the depth of color in a leaf, and the depth of flavor in a raisin, and you know, the depth of like sonic complexity in a passing truck, and it becomes a trip. Psychedelics, in a way, are a window into what you can live when you start to notice, when all the judgment and judgments and all the structures are kind of cast away. Anyway, I think that the Unmaster kind of happened because I started to notice, and in that way, I think in a way it's definitely the most psychedelic thing I've done. I didn't take a single psychedelic drug during the making of it, other than once I took acid. It's the one and only time I've ever tried acid, and it was the worst day of my life. Don't take acid when you're already prone to feeling a bit anxious and wobbly. Here. Yes. Lovers. Show some love, love. Your behaviour's strange. From an alien from heaven with a spaceship brain. Show compassion, passion. Your comportment's odd. Listen. Show some love, love. Your behaviour's strange. From an alien from heaven with a spaceship brain. Show compassion, passion. Your comportment's odd. From a mega maxi wolf-winged immortal god. Show some love, love. Your behaviour's strange. From an alien from heaven with a spaceship brain. Show compassion, passion. Your comportment's odd. From a mega maxi wolf-winged immortal god. Show some love, love. Your behaviour's strange. From an alien from heaven with a spaceship brain. Show compassion, passion. Your comportment's odd. For a mega maxi wolf-winged immortal god. Show some love, love. Your behavior's strange. From an alien from heaven with a spaceship brain. Show compassion, passion. Your comportment's odd. From a mega maxi wolf-winged immortal god. Show some love, love. Your hey, from an alien. Listen, hey, show compassion, passion. Hey, show some love, love, love. Show some love, love. Your behavior's strange. From an alien from heaven with a spaceship brain. Show compassion, passion. Your comportment's odd. From a mega maxi wolf-winged immortal god. Show some love, love. Your behavior's strange. From an alien from heaven with a spaceship brain. Show compassion, passion. What you got for proving? What you got for proving? Hey, listen. Show some love, love. Your behavior's strange. From an alien from heaven with a spaceship brain. Show compassion, passion. Your comportment's odd. From a mega maxi wolf-winged immortal god. Love. Show some love. Show some love. And to the many, many people who requested this one, and thank you for your patience in waiting for the 4 love streams before I forked it out. Who's this? Another rapper with a messiah complex. Thinking when I write a concept, it stops the nonsense. But God chuckled. So I let go. Playing African drums in the car park at Tesco. Problematic. My heart is vast and growing. It speaks in paradiddles. Casting poems out through the drab and the drizzle that drive down and penetrate the shopper's coat. One office bloke gives me this look like, you can't stop this, bro. But I can bang a drum until my hands fall apart. And if it makes one shopper dance, that's my calling answered. My reason for playing it even into the morning after. Carry my flame like stigmata through the falling darkness. Not the rising light. I hit the goat skin. The nature of sound means it always finds an opening. This time I'm hoping it might find your lug holes. And if it does, I'll flood your subconscious with a drum roll. That's the movement. That's the movement. None of your rulers can stop the movement because it moves in the veins of the movers, their brains and their boots and the strains of their music. That's the movement. What? The movement. None of your rulers can stop the movement because it moves in the veins of the movers, their brains and their boots and the strains of their music. That's my primal ish, son. My tribal rhythm bounces somewhat manically in the cavity of your sinus system. In order to fill your mind with this ethereal medicine, you might just find yourself beatboxing in the cereal section. Or tapping 4/4 beats on tins of corned beef, or slapping a solo on a slab of mature cheese. The manager's called Steve. And he comes over to chat to you, saying, please do not practice drum patterns on cans of tuna. It's very distracting to the consumer. But in mid-opus, Steve freezes and his eyes switch focus. He grabs a pack of Kitty Cat and starts to shake a Latin rhythm with it. And a shelf-stacker Dave is rapping bits of lyrics. He's very gifted. And within a minute, Dolores from Storage has chipped in with a sung chorus in Zulu. You never knew she could do that. It's hard to believe. Steve is beating the bass on 2 vats of margarine. And Marge the Clean is reinventing ketchup, graffiti style, bombing a pizza fridge with freaky images in the freezer aisle. And Dawn from Customer Services is busting verses over the PA. And Gary, who has this nervous twitch and a weak brain, is stamping out the hardest beats on the counter of the pharmacy, scattering paracetamol rather anarchically. Before long, the whole supermarket's deep with raw song. Somebody's even found some frozen cod they can play chords on. 4 long hours later, you step out in the fading light with a new perception of space and time. In the car park, this strange guy is playing a djembe. What a weird way to waste a Wednesday. Nice one, my Goldens. Who was that that requested that? Many people, I think, actually. So thank you very much for requesting that. Goldens. We've got Matthew Soul. Me and my mate always singing this in Tesco in the before times. In the before times. Before the great change. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. The other thing I should say as well, I'm trying to get better at this whole kind of playing the Facebook algorithm so that these things can spread. So what if you haven't yet liked this video, if you're watching this video now and you haven't clicked like on it, click like on it because that helps it get shared around people's pages. Like and a share and a comment below. Mad loves. Don't forget, whatever it is you're supposed to remember. What's next? Oh my giddy aunt, Jesus Christ. freak out, I get monster mind scream when I beat out. My head pumps a hype steam like an eel out. My pipe tight the night long. Beast out there, climb on the pylons and stare. It's not that I'm scared, I'm terrified. I ride the night sweaty. Eyes are wide, the mind heavy. Watch the spiders try get me. They get me tangled again. In thrall to all tarantula men. Their lairs is all damp and obscene. Small hairs on I scramble. I scream, I run. I twist, I rage. The fist comes, hits my face. The girders, bricks and blades. Everybody wants me dead, I swear. I freak out in hot rooms. 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 Everybody's down the pub without me. Everybody's down the pub without me. Everybody's down the pub without me. Everybody's down the hey. Listen, I freak out, I freak out, I freak. I freak out, I freak out, I freak. I freak out, I freak out, I freak. Freak out, I freak out, I freak. Freak out, I freak out, I freak out. I freak out, I freak out, I freak out. I freak out, I freak out, I freak out. I freak out, I freak out, I freak. Got a big solo that I will not recreate because the woman downstairs hates me. Hates to the point where she tried to get us evicted from here. Yes, everything's fine. No. Everything's cool. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. No. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. 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 Everything's come on, let's go. Fine, everything's cool, I freak. Everything's cool, I freak. Everything's cool, everything's fine, everything's cool, everything's fine, everything's cool, everything's fine, everything's cool, everything's fine, everything's cool, everything's fine. Everything's cool, everything's... So, as well as being a time of great struggle and turmoil in the Black Lives Matter movement and in the world in general, it's not a time of struggle and turmoil in the Black Lives Matter movement, it's a time of resistance and coming together in the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm very honoured to have been able to go to a protest yesterday in central London, very socially distanced, and take part in that with my mask on and offer my solidarity. And it was just mad to see how much strength and unity was there, how much anger as well, and pain and personal pain. It's rare that I've been to a protest, and I've been to a lot of protests. It's rare that I've been to one where there was such a personal stake for everybody there, or most people there. And it's been really an opportunity for me to learn a lot about my own brainwashing in a racist society. And I did a whole lot of reading the other day about it. And I think of myself as like a switched-on dude, but there were many things I hadn't got my perspective around before. So let us keep learning. Let us keep speaking out in solidarity, even in contexts where we don't. It's not a necessity maybe it's not a necessity for you. I know personally I'm going to definitely grow my courage about speaking out about racism. The only kind of frame of reference I really have for understanding what being on the receiving end of racism might be like, or some taste of it, is hearing homophobia around me a lot when I was younger. And being a boy who fancied boys, that led me to hate myself so much. Just this thing of being like, hearing people like me referred to as dirty or lesser. It was a lot of that. It was like, if you're not a real bloke, you're a faggot. If you're not a real bloke, you're gay. Either you're gay or you're strong. Either you're gay or you're, courageous and able, capable. And hearing that kind of banter around me as a kid and as a young boy really became turned in on me because, this was a feeling that I had personally, was a very deep part of myself. And I've often had that thing of like being a very straight-looking human in a room. I'll be, around men who will allow themselves to talk in a very homophobic way, even if it's just bants or whatever, because they think that there aren't any people that would get offended by it. Let's just grow our compassion so that we are people that will get offended. That is a sign, I think, that we are connected to each other in our humanity. I feel personally, can we feel personally offended when someone who, a category that does not apply to us is denigrated, a kind of person that we don't identify with is denigrated, because it is, in the end, denigration of all of our humanity. Anyway, these are things I'm thinking at the moment. Where are we? Oh, the reason I'm saying all of that is partly because I feel I was very moved at the demonstration yesterday, and also because it's Pride Month at the moment, and there's obviously a lot of other things to think about at the moment, but it's definitely something very close to my heart. Is Pride Month, and pride is a beautiful word. It means carrying yourself with nobility, allowing yourself to show, allowing all of yourself to show, and not hunching your shoulders or hiding your guts, but pushing your shoulders back and your guts outwards. And that is something that people against whom bigotry and small-mindedness is aimed often don't get a chance to do. So that pride thing. This is the lyrics of a song called The Depths, which I released with Dizraeli and the Small Gods in 2014. I can take this off for a minute. Which I released in 2014. And it's funny because actually, for me, this song was my coming out moment. This was me unequivocally telling the world that I was not straight. I was bisexual. And funny how I covered my mouth when I said that. That I was bisexual, but nobody clocked it at all. They thought it was a conceptual, surreal experiment of some kind, I guess. But anyway, I think retrospectively it's pretty obvious what it means, really. Too unkempt for Soho, orangutan in tutu, smash him back to atoms, whack him out the tube, the rat will grab and screw you in an instant. He's insensitive to social imprints, the lad's been mincing, watch him. He'll have your infant in his pink mittens. Grip your little boys, give them poison, switch them. Toxify their sex drives, we don't want the life he's living. We're horrified he's leaguer than alive and kicking, crack him. Belittle him, reduce him to a smear. His love isn't human, he's Medusa in the mirror. The judgment in the sideways loop of our fear. His love is crooked by the standards of the great seer. If you're not the man for women, you're a eunuch, you're a useless to the higher office, you are devil's music, cockless, opposite to God. Of course we're scared of you. How dare you do what we don't dare to? I want to see the depths. Then the men come crashing in. The men are stunted, pig-nosed, tattoos of women on their torsos, guns for arms, jokes for voices, good blokes, good blokes. They'll rush the gates, they'll stamp your face into the pavement. If you look close, you're too close. One more inch and you'll be intimate. And intimate is not okay, bruv. They will string you up. Fisticuffs if you touch what I wish to touch. Vicious efficiency, the skins are buffed. Director's cut. Better to show man killing man than man kissing man. The men will get you if you dance different. The clan's marching, swinging faggots from a crooked height, chanting footy anthems as the bullets fly. Me and agony are lookalikes, because I've been hiding hurt my whole life. Used to love my cousin, now I'm shook inside. Shadow in the book of light. I know the dark by name. Yetis hunt me, every last one with my father's face. Funny, innit? Laugh apart the shame. The punchline is that you're fat or gay. Standard refrain. You half a phrase, you half a man, you snake, you evil manifest, you cast away, they'll get you. Where are we? Yeah. We're not there with this. What's going on with that? Golden humans. I have completely lost any contact with the. Yeah. Oh, okay. Basically, what's going on for me is the image is frozen on my Facebook live stream that I have on Nina's computer on the left. So my fear was that it had frozen for YouTube, but it obviously hasn't. Mad love. Yes, pride, rainbows. Oh my God, I can't tell if I've said about the tip jar too much at this point. I forget how much I've said it. I'm not sure if I've said it too much. I apologise if I have. If I haven't, this is the moment to pass the tip jar around. If you've joined us recently and you haven't had a chance to go to the tip jar, the link is in the description. Wang a couple of quid in the tip jar. This is my job. This is what I spent the last several days preparing. This is the only platform I have to do gigs, obviously, at the moment. So I'd love to keep being able to continue doing gigs and offer this stuff for free for whoever can't afford it. In order to make that happen, we need people who can afford it to contribute. So let's do it on the Dharma principle. Wang a tip in the tip jar if you can afford to. If you can't, that's totally cool. If you want to come and join the Patreon party, which is frankly amazing, it's going on down here on the left. I can see them. They're all clutched together like blueberries. Hi, Polly Pring. And what's going in next? What's going in next? Why is that not playing then? Because I can see it's there. Oh, come on. I hope I can remember the verses. Let's roll that back. This was the first song I released as a producer. First time I tried a remix, and really a lot of the sonic ideas of this is what led to the Unmaster, really. If you're not dancing in your socks in your lounge, you can. Do you know what I mean? Too much. That keyboard is made out of the sound of a lamppost being hit. Girl. We will not stand for this, we will say. Boy in a playground, boy in a scrum, boy with a deep secret, boy with a hard face, boy with a lust, keeps that hidden, boy with a heartache, boy with a crush, boy with a twist, boy with a classmate, boy that he loves, boy makes fist of a bastard, boys are a dick, boy can it be nasty to be born male, boys are a click of the ratchet, click of the Glock, click of the phone, click of the catches, click of the lock, now click they're alone, boy with a boy now, boy with a kiss, boy with a squeeze, boys keep noise down, boys in bliss, boys in the heat, boys will be boys though, 10 boys burst in, slaps and yells, boy you're a homo, boys hurt him, don't check yourselves, we will not stand for this, we will say, yeah, we will not stand for this, we will say yes no more. Like, when the mirror ball turns, when the mirror ball turns, then drops. Hey! He said, but the world's all cool for the queers now. Now Cameron's passed his bill. Said you ever held hands with a man on a high street, felt how that feels. You ever felt fear of attack, been slapped because of what you are, Been shunned because of what you are. Been told you're disgusting for what you are. I have, and the world ain't London. My son, and the world ain't free. I step with the hunchback, now with the boys with the shotgun brains hate me. And we are one short step from the 80s. One election from Trump. Senegal to Iraq to Haiti. Somerset where they call queer scum. And I got a slap for the asshole who's threatened by the way we laugh. One slap for the preacher man, boy idiot spreading his shame on us. I got a mate whose dad disowned him. I got a mate whose mum won't speak. I got a mate who says that's gay and he means that's whack and he means that's weak. Them words put bats in the belfry, put boys in a twisted shape. Watch close how the rock grows, plant hate in the brain and the kid decays. Self-hate be the fruit of bigotry, hell waits with a winking eye. Your jokes will abuse our dignity, pure shit from a stinking mind. And fuck you, Tony Perkins, I'll be that flood you foretold. Love to Amira Shaw, let me know if you need support, man. And we'll be that rude truth spoken, we'll be that protest song, we'll be that vigilant broken, yeah, we'll be that protest song, we'll be that masked proud people, we'll be that flame still lit, we'll be that hand that hold, that family, that air, that fist.
We will not stand for this.
We will say yes no more. Remix of a Calacuta song. We will say yes no more, more.
Say yes, so we will.
We will say yes no more. We will say yes no more. We will say yes no more.
Say yes, so we will.
Sweating now.
Say yes, so we will.
We've got them sweating now.
Say yes, so we will.
We have them sweating now. We have them sweating now. Happy Pride Month, everybody. And note to self, let my solidarity with people who understand the self-loathing and disgust that I had for myself. Let my solidarity with people who understand me also extend to people whose suffering I don't necessarily understand. Yes. All right. Oh man, I'm going to do just one more. I'm just going to do one more, I think. I'm going in hard tonight. If you do want to hang around and have a chat after this, that would be lush. Just sign up to the Dizraeli Patreon. We're going to be having a limitless Zoom adventure after this. I've got some cold mashed potato I'm going to eat. I don't have any wine this time, which was a massive oversight on my part. What should I say before I go? This will not be the end of the love streams by a very long shot. I'm going to be moving to Bristol next week, and I'm going to be doing love streams from there like you wouldn't believe. And I want this to really be something that goes on for years because I love it. I love doing it. I love it. And it's led to a whole kind of level of contact with so many people that I never would have been in touch with otherwise. So I'm very grateful for it. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, if you haven't put a tip in the tip jar, you haven't put a tip in the tip jar, and you can't afford to, then please put a tip in the tip jar, and I will applaud you. Thank you very much. The tip jar link is in the description. Also, the Patreon link, if you want to join the after chat, is also in the description. If you haven't liked the video yet, please like it and share it with your humans, because that helps it to travel. Big up all the humans on YouTube. I have not yet really chatted to you or interacted with you in the comments because I can't see you up on my screen, but I trust that you're there and living whatever you're living. So thank you for joining in. I'm going to do this one last tune. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to do it as if my life depended on it. It just occurred to me that there's a shop really close to here where I could run and get a bottle of wine, and maybe the Zoomers would forgive me for disappearing and getting a bottle of wine before I jump into the Zoom. All right, you gorgeous examples of anti-military fitness exercises. You're looking beautiful. You are. For some reason those buttons aren't working. I'm going to have to trigger them from down here. Oh, ketamine honey from the Unmaster. Can I say this as well? Tomorrow, Bandcamp are doing another one of these days where they remove all charges they remove all commission fees from the sales through their site. And Bandcamp is where I sell these T-shirts. 50% of the profit of these T-shirts, continuous breath, 50% of all profits from these T-shirts goes to the Help Refugees fund, the coronavirus crisis fund for Help Refugees. And I think they're sexy as frig, these T-shirts. So hop onto the Bandcamp tomorrow and get yourself one of these, raising funds for the goodness. It comes through, it comes through. Of course it does. Yes. One. She's trapped in a constant mania. I am trapped in a small dark room, hearing her laugh through the bricks and paintwork, hearing her laugh like a warped cartoon. She's pretty but her eyes are spider eyes, tongue is an amphetamine lizard. The house fills with a fucked up firelight. When she comes round, everything fizzes. All my people who suffer from insomnia. That's strange, 2 a.m. electricity. Like your feet are trying to run away from your body. And perhaps they are watching videos, perhaps scribbling it is hard to tell. Whatever doing, the noise is hideous. Godzilla versus Gargamel. But she's trapped and I see her fluttering. She's desperate for a silent place, but scared of a dark room with nothing in. So she's a hurricane, a tidal wave. She says, oh my God, that's so funny. Can't believe that, ha ha ha. Know yourself, young ketamine honey. Keep pushing, gonna push too far. Balafon. Like Balafon. Come on. I see them coming out of the corners. 12 a.m. now, the mind won't tessellate. The mind won't tessellate. 1 a.m. now, the mind won't tessellate. The mind won't tessellate. 2 a.m. now, the mind won't tessellate. The mind won't tessellate. 3 a.m. now, the mind won't tessellate. The mind won't tessellate. 4 a.m. now, the mind won't tessellate. The mind won't tessellate. 5 a.m. now, the mind won't tessellate. The mind won't tessellate. 6 a.m. now, the mind won't tessellate. The mind won't 7 a.m. the mind won't tessellate. There are real seas crashing out that picture. Megaton waves coming at us, and on the cliffs there's a black figure, soundless, yelling out great sadness. There are hands in the cracks in the ceiling, fidgeting scaly and small. They're very lonely, they want me, I feel them. Their parents shift and giggle in the wall. The wall's livid, the street paints teeth lights on it, orange against raw grey. A machine screams down Lee side, and I screw up and wait for the day, wait for the mind won't tessellate. The mind won't tessellate. The mind won't tessellate. The mind won't tessellate. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. 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 Daylight came, drew you naked, you naked on your bed. Peace and joy. Oh, you lost children. Oh, you lost children. Peace and joy. Peace and joy.